Not all kings are remembered, but some changed the world before vanishing from history. Today, we're uncovering 5 rulers whose epic stories were nearly lost forever. These aren't the names you learned in school. These are the shadow kings who shaped civilizations. Why were they erased? Conspiracy, fate, or just centuries of dust? We're about to find out. Get ready to rediscover lost legacies, epic battles, and mysteries that history tried to bury. Our journey begins with a king whose sense of justice became legend, yet whose name faded away. This is Forgotten Kings. Meet Elara, the Tamil prince who conquered Sri Lanka in the 2nd century BCE. Unlike most conquerors, Elara ruled for 44 years with legendary fairness. Even his enemies respected him. He installed a bell of justice anyone could ring, and once ordered his own son's execution to uphold the law. But history is written by the victors. After his defeat by Dutugamunu, Elara's legacy was honored, then slowly erased. Nationalism recast him as a foreign invader, and his story was reduced to a footnote. His monument is lost, and his reign of justice nearly forgotten. Elara's story is a reminder, even the fairest rulers can be buried by the politics of later ages. Now let's travel to Africa for our next forgotten king. Enter Taharqa, the Nubian king who became Pharaoh of Egypt in the 7th century BCE. He built colossal temples, revived Egyptian culture, and ruled a vast empire stretching along the Nile. But his greatest challenge came from the Assyrian Empire, whose invasions forced him to retreat and marked the end of his dynasty. Determined to erase the Black Pharaohs, later rulers destroyed his monuments and wrote him out of history. For centuries, Taharqa's achievements were forgotten, until archaeologists uncovered the truth in Sudan. His reign was a golden age hidden beneath the sands of time. Taharqa's story proves that even the mightiest can be erased, until history is rediscovered. Next, we meet the last great Viking king. Harald Hardrada, the last great Viking king, lived a life straight out of legend. Exiled as a teen, he became a mercenary, led the Byzantine emperor's elite guard, and returned to Norway to claim the throne. Harald's final ambition: conquer England. In 1066, he invaded with a massive fleet, winning at Fulford. But at Stamford Bridge he was ambushed and killed, ending the Viking Age. Weeks later, William the Conqueror changed history, and Harald became a forgotten prelude. His epic saga was overshadowed, but his daring nearly changed the fate of Europe. Now let's journey to Ethiopia for a king who carved his legacy in stone. King Lalibela of Ethiopia built a new Jerusalem, 11 churches carved from solid rock in the 12th century. With Jerusalem lost to pilgrims, Lalibela's vision was to create a holy city at home. The scale is staggering: interconnected churches, tunnels, and the iconic Church of St. George, all hewn from a single mountain. Legends say angels helped by night, but it was Lalibela's genius and faith that made it possible. Isolated from the world, his story faded, while his stone city became a wonder. Lalibela's legacy is hidden in plain sight, his name nearly lost, his achievement enduring. Next, the real story behind a king you know from A Christmas Carol. Good King Wenceslas, real name, Saint Wenceslas, was more than a carol. He was a shrewd ruler in 10th century Bohemia. He promoted Christianity and aligned with powerful neighbors, making dangerous enemies at home. Betrayed by his own brother, Wenceslas was murdered at a church door. His death turned him into a martyr and the patron saint of the Czech people. The carol remembers his kindness, but history nearly forgot the political drama and betrayal. Wenceslas's true legacy is a blend of legend and lost power. Our final thoughts: what do these forgotten kings teach us? 5 kings, 5 lost legacies. Each shaped the world, then vanished from memory. Their stories reveal how history is more than just the famous names. Power, justice, ambition, and faith. These rulers left marks that outlasted their fame. Uncovering their stories is a reminder history's greatest treasures are often hidden. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more untold stories. History isn't just what we remember, it's what we rediscover.